quick, tell me what's your name and where you from?
Oh yeah, you know, Yeahheboomin from San Francisco, Hunters Point, founder, owner, president, everything. Boomin SF clothing line, one of the hottest in the Bay right now. You know.
Tell me, how was it growing up in the city?
I mean, you know, it was cool. It was like you got two choices. You either be with the shit or you be neutral. So it's like I chose to be neutral, man. Being with the shit, it's all good and all that shit. But when your whole family with it, you just make your choice. So you pick your poison. You ain't gotta do that. You just get money and be cool.
So did you really think that you had to make that choice when you was young, or?
Yeah, cause it's like when you got a certain type of family tree, like everybody just they choose their own routes, and you see their consequences. You don't want to deal with that shit. Nigga don't want to go to jail, sit in the pen, do all that. Like, man, hell no. I'm a picky eater, nigga. I can't go to jail.
How was it in middle school?
Shit, middle school. I went to middle school out the way, so it was like you got a taste of every world. Like, so you know, it's like you got a taste of Oakland, feel me, Vallejo, Richmond, fucking Sac. It's just like everybody just mixed in. So it's like you going in there being the only city cat. You gotta learn how to blend in with everybody else. You know, you make friends, or you could just be enemies with niggas. You know?
So do you think that helped you in the long run, just knowing different people and communicating how to deal with people?
Hell yeah, it helped me in the long run, cause man, now it's like I'm connected with all kind of people. Only just off a simple hi and bye. Like, you just be respectful with somebody, they might remember that forever. So now when the time comes, maybe you need a favor or something. If y'all got a cool, maintained relationship, they gonna come through for you. Just off you knowing.
So how was the transition from the city to Fairfield?
I ain't gonna lie, it was a hard transition, bro, cause nigga, I wanted to get back to the city so bad, bro.
Well, first, when did you make that transition? What was this? What grade was this?
Shit. Like, fully transition, shit, nigga ain't really moved to like, I don't say like middle school for real. Like, fully moved like middle school, cause before then it was just like back and forth, like, feel me? Nigga you going house to house, just back and forth all the time. So I would say like middle school.
Did you play any sports growing up?
So I played basketball, that's it. I mean, I played football when I was younger, like tiny mice and shit like that. But I really couldn't play because of, you know, I got medical conditions and shit like that. So when you got a medical condition, you can't really play no contact sports. So all I do is really hooped up until like 9th grade, like 9th, 10th grade. I think so.
So why'd you stop after that? 10th grade?
Nigga wanted some money, bro. Like basketball is cool, bro. But when you got everybody telling you like you too short, man, you ain't gonna make it. Like Muggsy Bowles, that shit. Oh, like, you feel me? Niggas ain't gonna want to do that shit, bro.
So you think it's also like good to have the right people around you to help motivate you instead of, you know, put you down?
Yeah, you gotta have the right people around you. Cause if you ain't got the right people around you, you could drown out here, bro. Like, you gotta have somebody that's in your ear telling you like, oh, come on, bro, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Cause if you don't, shit, your ass could be another casualty, another statistic, just easily.
So it was no plans of going to college or anything?
Nah, I wanted to go, but it just wasn't it for me. Like, college, like, I felt like college would have worked if I would have tried more harder, but I ain't tried that shit, boy. I should have though.
It wasn't any like classes that you was in, like art classes, fashion classes, or anything?
Nah, I always had a sense for like fashion, but I never took the class and shit. I was into like government and shit like that, like world politics and shit. I really went into like.
Okay, so man, what made you say that? Okay, I'm going to start my own clothing brand.
2011, my cousin died. Rest in peace, Johnny Moe. My cousin died, Younger Me's. He died, and then me and my brother Jamari, we had got our own sweaters made. So on the RIP sweaters, it was Donnie Boomin, and then it was Maury Boomin. So as we starting to wear our shit around our families and shit like that, everybody asking like, oh man, could we get one, this and that, woo woo. But that was 2011. So then by the time 2017 come, I bumped into a partner, my nigga Jose. Me and him, we was working a job together. he like, oh man, I'm gonna start my own clothing line. He like, you should do the same thing. I'm like, damn, I could, cause I had showed him my hoodies, and he was like, bro, you could do your own clothing line. He like, fuck it, why not? But then I was just like, nah, I'm gonna help you push your shit first. Then we get your shit off the ground. And then after that, you feel me? I know it's gonna be my time, you know. So I'm like, fuck it, might as well.
So is that what happened? You actually helped him push his brand, and then you came out with yours?
Yeah, like he was, like I ain't gonna lie, like that nigga smart for real. So it's like he already knew, he had his designs and shit already. I ain't come up with none of the design, but we did like a collaboration shirt. It had his Wild Boys logo on I think it was the left side or the right side, and then I had Boomin going down the opposite way. And then like just everybody from the neighborhood, they love that shit, bro. Like I done got a few people to wear it, so they like, man, you might as well keep going, bro. Like, feel me? So that's really what it was after that.
And at the time, this your first design?
Yeah, that shit wasn't even as a design though. Like that was just some regular font. Like we just put Boomin' like just down the whole thing. So after that, I decided, I'm like, man, bro, I gotta give me a logo made, bro. Then that's when I bumped into my man's at this other job I was working at, and I gave him like the design idea. He drew it out on paper. Then I sent it to my cousin, and she brought that shit to life, which was this flag. So I've been having this logo since 2017, but I didn't get it printed till 2019. Shit crazy.
Okay. So from 2017 to 2019, what made you say, I'm actually going to get it printed, deal with, having to deal with the supplier and having to go out and pick your own fabric and design? What made you say, okay, I'm going to actually go do this?
Just having the right people around you, like my man's Rich Talk, like just having him, he telling me like, man, bro, like it's money in this clothes shit, bro. Like you gotta make this shit happen. He like, you already know, everywhere you go. He like, anything you sell is gonna go. So, but I already had a sense for fashion. I already know how I wanted to look. So, like every time you see like a Boomin' flag, it'll just be, sometimes it's based on my idea, but then it be based on my customers too though, and like my fashion audience.
So just talk about, how'd you even come up with the name Boomin'?
So Boomin', it transitioned. So it's like my cousin called himself, the one who died, rest in peace. He called himself Mr. Boom to that. So, and he had a hit song. Well, it was a hit like, San Francisco. It was called Hit Her With The Boom. So Boom was just an add-on. So like it just made your name. And then Mari was like, man, we Boom City at first, and then it just fell in. Like, okay, I'm booming. Feel me? He booming. Then that's when my Instagram name became Yeahheboomin. That was back in like 2012 though. And then when we had to find a definition for booming, it's like, we ourselves. Like everywhere we go, it's like that's just you. Like you booming. Like we booming in anything that we do. Mari do sports, he booming in sports. He the best at what he do. I'm doing clothes, I'm booming in clothes. I'm making it to the top. Like that's just what it is. Like it's about progression, progress, profits, really.
Talk about that process, just actually having to have a design and putting on your shirt.
Man, that shit hard. Like a lot of people don't realize it, but that shit hard, bro. Like you gotta have certain files, you gotta have certain layers with your design. Like you can't just go to a screen printer with a JPEG file, like a screenshot or something, and they just throw it on a slab. Now you can't do that. Like it's really levels, but you don't realize that until you actually like doing the trial and error, cause nobody really told me about that. Like my partner Jose, he told me, like he explained it to me, but when he explained it to me, I was halfway listening, so I had to just take the harder route. But like if somebody explained it to you, like about your logo process, your design process, that's something you gotta do. You gotta get your sketch drawn out. You gotta get your AI file, your PNGs and all that. That way you just look more professional when you go into a screen printer and they know how to deal with you, and they know how to not get over on you. Cause the screen printer, they can get over on you easily if you don't know what you're doing and you don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so now the shirt, you get to design, now it's on the shirt. Now it's like, okay, how many shirts are you buying at once?
Shit, you can do 50, you can do 50 to 100. It just depends on your design. You gotta have faith in your design. Like if you want to do something exclusive, you do 24. But if you want to do something like real exclusive, but you got a larger crowd, you can do 50 to 100. You can do 500 to 1,000. You just do what you can handle. It's like if you know you got this certain amount of people that want to buy, you just do that amount. But a lot of times you gotta take a chance too though. especially if you're dealing with a long wait time, you gotta take that chance sometimes. You gotta say, fuck it, let me get 100 pieces or let me get 50 pieces, you know? It's just about your budget and it's about your risk that you wanna take.
Like, do you remember shirts and hoodies that you bought your first time?
My first time, I bought too many. My first time, I bought 50 shirts with just the Boomin flag on it. And it took me hella long to move them shirts only because when you do your size breakdown, you supposed to do your size breakdown based on your customers. Feel me? So it's like you can't if you just starting the game, you can't go in the game with, if you do 50 shirts, you can't get 10 of each size. Cause you have made sales your small through extra large, but now you stuck with 10 2X's. So now you gotta walk around or you gotta promote hard and be like, man, wear 2X, man, come get this shirt. Like, you don't wanna do that. So you know you gotta be smarter when you doing your size breakdown. But I did that, bro. It took me like 3 to 4 months to move them 2XLs, bro. I was sitting on 2XLs for hella long, bro. Like every other size gone. Smalls went like this, mediums went like this. Largest took a little longer, XL took a little longer, but that 2X took me like 3 months. That shit was phony, like.
Okay, during that process, you know, you got 50 shirts. How did you market yourself? First time selling, you got 50 shirts. How did you put yourself out there?
Shit. Instagram helped, and then also me going to the neighborhood and just popping the trunk. Like, it's really big that the street, I feel like if you a street designer and you coming like from the street, it's big for you to have your street connection, only because those gonna be the people that actually get you seen because they always outside. So if you not good in your neighborhood or where you say that you from, it's like you shouldn't even be attempting to do it unless you're going out of state somewhere. But you gotta have the streets though. Like, you got to, like, the streets, if the streets embrace you, everybody else gonna embrace you, but it's all about your transition. You don't wanna stay in the street forever, you just gotta transition. But the streets and Instagram helped me a lot though, big time. Like, Instagram just, you know, being known and then knowing your people from up the way and out of state and everybody just supporting and sharing, it gets you far. Cause if he reposted, he might not buy the shirt, but if he reposted, somebody else might like it and they buy it. So it's like, that's how he support me. But it's just about everybody supporting each other. Your right people supporting each other and having that right circle too.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask you, so would you say like the feedback from your first design was so good that you just made you wanted to keep going?
Yeah, I got hella good feedback, cause they finally finally you know, like, you took so long, like, cause a lot of people, like, it was a misconception. A lot of people had thought Wild Boys was my shit, but I'm like, nah, that's not my shit. Like, man, that's my nigga Jose shit. But I was pushing it like it was mine, cause that's what you supposed to do as your partner. So I'm pushing his shit. They thinking that it's mine. So then when I finally come out with mine, they like, oh man, we've been waiting on you, bro. We still gonna buy his shit, but we been waiting on you too. So it's like, fuck it. Now I gotta keep going. It's like you don't stop now. You just keep going. But now you just pace yourself. You don't get yourself nothing that you can't handle. Like, you don't do another, like, if you did 50 the first time you sold that 50, you don't go straight to 100. You keep doing that 50 until you could build up your audience, and you build up your representation.
Do you remember selling to your first customer? Who that was?
I was his first customer.
This nigga, nah, he was my first customer. Like, besides family though, my first customer was Moni F on Burton Lane. Went to the hood, popped the trunk. She was the first one. I actually got it on Instagram still. Like, if you go through the highlights, customers on the Boomin SF page on Instagram, you go see her first. She was the first one to buy a shirt, feel me? Told her what I was charging. I forgot what I was charging. What I charged for the shirts? Like,
yeah. How much was you charging at the time?
It was like $20. I think it was like $20. I think $20 for that black and red Boomin tee. I charged like $20. Then after that, after Moni bought them, I went to, I met my cousin on Oakdale. Then I would just block to block after that, and then I go back up, sit up there, wait, then go out the way, sell them motherfuckers, then come back, and then it's like now I'm down to my last and shit. So, you know, it was cool though. I still remember that shit. It was like May. It was around this time, 2019, May, I think. It was either April or May, one of them. It was definitely after my birthday though, for sure, in March.
Okay. When did you realize, okay, this will actually be my career?
after my second pop-up. So the second pop-up that I did was like, what was that, November? No, it was September. September was like 27th or 28th, I think. Yeah, I ain't gonna ask him. But after my second pop-up, I knew I could take this shit serious. Only because I brought all them people out and I was promoting heavy, and it's something that I was really into. It's like, you know, when people wake up and go to work, they be like, man, I'm ready to cold. I'm tired of doing this shit. But it's like when I be doing clothes and like actually coming up with hoodies and shit, like I get a thrill, get a rush. Like, man, it's like this some shit I want to do. Yeah, this shit be frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's like this is a way for me to be myself. Like, this is me being me. Like, I ain't trying to be the next person or like trying to put on an image. Like, everything about Boomin is me. So after that second pop-up, I realized, like, man, I could really do this shit like full. Like, I could do this shit full time if I chose to. Cause I'm selling out. I'm bringing people from everywhere, from San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose. It was a young cat. He was like 13, standing in line, wanting to buy a hoodie. I don't even know him. He just followed the Instagram. He seen I was promoting with the homeless guy in the West Oakland. That's my dude too. I gotta find that nigga, bro. I gotta find him. But nah, he ain't dead. It's crazy. But yeah, he But me promoting with him, they just saying I got an interaction with the people. So when you got an interaction with the people, everybody gonna, you know, they gonna support you. And after that, that's when I knew, like, bro, I gotta keep going.
Yeah. Okay, you got a pop-up, you know, your second pop-up shop, but talk about your first pop-up shop. The first one, you know.
that was the most unorganized, fucking last minute, that shit. That first, the very first one. That one taught me organization is everything. Like, you gotta have organization. You ain't got organization, that shit not gonna work, bro.
Was your first one?
Yeah, but it was my first one, so it was trial and error. But it's just like everything gotta be on time. You gotta have a price list in order. You gotta do the inventory. You gotta have different payment options. Like, you can always tell people bring cash, but everybody don't always follow the rules. So you gotta be prepared for the people who don't follow the rules, because at the end of the day, you want that sale. And then two, just about like how you promote it, and then just having enough product and having your right sizes. I didn't have none of that first pop-up, bro. Like, I ain't have like nobody at the register. I was doing the register and talking to the people at the same time. Like, that's impossible. Like, if you the CEO, you can't be on the register. Like, you gotta hire somebody. Like, you gotta have somebody so you can control the crowd, you can interact with your customers and shit. And then also too, what I learned from the first pop-up is your first one is how you make your impression on everybody. So even if it doesn't sell out well, you still gotta show the effort in today's world, as in social media, that, man, this is something that I really want to do. You don't just do it like, oh man, I'm just doing pop-up just because. Nah, just like show in your pop-up that this is what you really want. So the next time you're going to get a bigger following, and the next time you're going to get another bigger following. So it's just about how you taking that shit professional. But that first one, though, that shit was unprofessional, bro. Like, that shit was hella unprofessional.
So that's what you say, the big difference is just kind of like, you know, it wasn't. I was there, so it wasn't unprofessional.
No, I was just talking about on the back end, though. Like, on the back end, that shit was unprofessional as fuck.
But yeah, now I feel it though. But when did you make the idea to actually build a website? You know, a lot of people have clothing brands, but they don't have a website. It's hard. You know, you actually shipping from different cities, different states now. So yeah. Talk about that.
Well, I really wanted a website because, you know, you doing hand in hands. It's dangerous sometimes. Like it's like you can lose your life for nothing these days. So by me just having a website, it make it more professional, and then you also get people that's in other states, and maybe because I didn't ship out the country before, so it get that other connection, and then also too, it save you a lot of time. Like people will DM you and say like, oh man, I want this hoodie, bro. Woo, woo. You tell them to meet you at this certain place, they might not show up. Feel me? So now it's like in the back of your mind, you may be paranoid, like, oh man, somebody trying to set me up, whatever the case may be. So it's like, man, I'll just ship it to you. Feel me? Even if it ain't your address, I'll ship it to another address. But it's also too though, just about it make your business look good too. And then when tax time come around, you don't get the people in your business. You don't want the people in your business, bro. Once they get your business, they ain't gonna stay out. So you know, it just keep a record too though. And then once you ready to go get a store or get a loan from the bank or something, you got your receipt. Like, oh yeah, man, I do these numbers online. Like right now, I can pull my website up right now, and I'm doing crazy numbers. Feel me? Like that's just really what it is.
Okay, talk about that feeling a little bit. Just like, I'm not just in my city, I'm worldwide, I'm across the country. Talk about that.
Shit, hey, it's a good feeling though, bro, to start in San Francisco Bay Area. Now it's like you get on Instagram, you will see your hoodie in LA, Seattle, Texas, Atlanta, New York, fucking Minnesota, Canada. Like, you know, like it actually, it's a good feeling, bro. Like it's about hard work though. Like you gotta put that work in. Like I just feel like every time I see that, like I put the work in. Like I was humble about it, you know. Like I'm still humble about this shit, cause I ain't gonna be satisfied till I'm all the way in like Switzerland or Iceland or some shit like that. You feel me? Like where else? Like Greece or some shit like that. England and all that shit. Yeah. I ain't gonna be satisfied till then. Yeah, like Germany and shit. I ain't gonna be satisfied till I'm all the way over there. Like the United States, I already know like I'm gonna cover my tracks, but I just gotta be humble about this shit. Feel me? Like I gotta take them right steps. You gotta have that right team around you. Cause if you got a weak link in your team, that shit could ruin you too. So you gotta make sure everybody on point and then everybody pushing. If everybody pushing, it's gonna be a spot for everybody. Cause don't get me wrong, I can't do this shit alone. Like I did it alone for a while, but I had to get help, bro. Now I got help. It's like things going a little smoother, you know.
So what was that point that you said, okay, I kind of need help with this? You know, you shipping the labels by yourself.
I'm doing all the shit to the next, all to the next. I realized that gearing up for this last pop-up, I had to involve my sisters. I had to involve my little cousin and and my mom. Like I had to involve people because like I can't be everywhere at once. Feel me? So it's like you gotta have somebody dealing with your new connections, then you gotta have somebody dealing with your wholesale, which is me. I deal with the wholesale, and then also too, you gotta have people that also can sell when you can't. So now that you got people that can sell when you can't, it make it easier on you. Like, all right, man, I kind of get like a little break, but I'm still handling business at the same time. Because like at the end of the day, it's like I'm gonna be the one that finalize everything, but it's still about everybody else making it a team effort in order to want to win. Like in order to want to go succeed and shit. Like my mom, she come through, she do the pop-ups now. Like she be at the register, so now I don't gotta worry about the register. And then now it's like my sister, she do the inventory and security check. So now I don't gotta do that. I can just control the crowd. So you know, it make it easier when you got a team for sure. Like for sure.
Would you say it's easier to have family around or do the hiring process?
Either or. It just depends. Like family not gonna always take it as serious majority of the time unless they
till the ball get rolling.
Yeah, till they know that you own something. Cause it's like everybody not gonna always be just on go like when your shit first started. Like when I first started, bro, nigga, I got a family who was like, man, that nigga ain't gonna go through with that shit. Like that nigga doing them cheap ass clothes and he ain't, man, we not fucking with that. But now, once they see a nigga selling out, now they wanna get on board with all the shit. You feel me? Like, so it's just like sometimes it's cool to have family, but you gotta pick your right family members. Like everybody can't get on, bro, like with the family, you know? Cause everybody not gonna take it serious as you. So sometimes like you may have to do the hiring process. Like eventually I'm gonna do the hiring process. Only to give opportunity to people who really love fashion. Your family may not love fashion. They ain't gonna do it just cause it's you. Feel me? So it's like you could do both really. So it depends on your preference.
Does it still shock you that people wear your clothes?
Nigga, it should shock me every day, bro. Like I just be minding my business, Like, I was minding my business last week. You see a dude on a 4-wheeler, nigga, hoodie on like this, just blasting through. He don't see me, nothing. I don't even got no booming on. Feel me? Like, it actually do feel good, cause when I go out now, it's like you see a booming hoodie all the time. Then every time I bump into somebody who I know, they like, oh man, I be seeing your hoodies and your tees everywhere. Like, it's a wonderful feeling, bro. Like, it's a humble feeling too, though. Like, it make a nigga feel good for real, man. Just to see, like, damn, people really like this shit. Like people like what we built. Like me and Maury, what we built, just being outside, and me and B, like, feel me, like, just, you know, feel good.
Just pushing that shit, man.
Yeah.
Push it to the fullest, man. Non-stop. Until we see results.
Nah,
and we ain't satisfied, man. We ain't, you know, we waiting to see more better. Feel me?
Yeah, nah, that shit feel good though, bro. Like, I remember I got a FaceTime call from my partner. It was a random, bro. Nigga was in the airport going to Hawaii or something. He like, bro, they out here with your hoodie on, bro. Like, ooh. I'm like, damn, that shit big, bro. Like, just to even be going out of state, people to even see your shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you, like, have you traveled out of state and actually seen somebody wear your clothes?
I got tired of some shit.
Definitely. I went out of state to I ain't even go out. I wouldn't even. Yeah, I went to Vegas actually. I seen it in Vegas. I seen it in LA. Then just be in the airport, like going to Houston and shit. I be seeing my shit. Like, people actually be wearing it, and it be a lot of people who I don't know. That's what make it even better for me, cause it's like now I'm reaching other crowds. Like, you know, like I go through my little the shipping thing. You see all kind of addresses. You don't just see the Bay Area. Like, you see all over California. And then you make it out of state here and there. So that shit feel good though. Like, big time.
Okay. Was it a time that, okay, some sales was slowed down and somebody was just in your ear? But just keep going, just keep going.
Yeah. Shit, everybody. Like, everybody was in my ear. Like, I was feeling, this was before though, like, this is before I did the pop-up. Because before I did the pop-up, I put this flag logo on pause. Because I'm like, man, that shit too plain. Like, that shit too boring. So I wasted like $1,500 on just hella different designs, just trying out shit, going through different materials, different quality and shit. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to do this shit no more. Like, I said that. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do that. And then just having everybody around you, like, even my nigga Rich talk, he like, bro, you gotta keep going, bro. Like, we gonna get on off this. If we stop now, you ain't gonna be able to get this momentum back. So, just, you know, when you got the right people, bro, it keep you going, like, keep you level-headed. You gonna have them days where it's like, man, fuck this shit. Like, I don't wanna do this, but you gotta think bigger. And if you don't think bigger, you ain't gonna get nowhere. You think small-minded, you gonna stay small-minded. So, can't have that option. Like, fuck all that.
Tell me, how important is it to be consistent with your product and pushing it out there, getting it out there?
If you ain't consistent, they gonna forget about you. Like, we live in a social media era where if you don't keep yourself relevant, it's over. So it's like, it's just, for instance, like clout. Like, people do shit for clout so they can keep they face everywhere, their name everywhere. So with the clothes, you just gotta be giving the people what they want. So, like, for example, right, it's hot as hell, but people still want hoodies. So you gotta keep hoodies rolling, because that's what they want. If I was to stop making hoodies for like 3 months, it'd be hard for me to get that momentum back. Because they like, oh, this nigga wasn't selling for 3 months, like, what's going on? Like, you feel me? Like, this and that. So it's gonna be hard to get that momentum back. So if they want hoodies, get them hoodies. And
okay. Somebody got more followers than you, right?
Right.
And you trying to uplift your brand, promote your brand. You give away a free shirt. Is that helping you, or is that hurting your brand?
It depends. Like, if you have a relationship, if you build a relationship with the person that you're giving it to free for, you have to tell them, like, yeah, bro, like, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Because if you just give away a free shirt, a nigga not gonna remember where they got it from. They gonna be like if somebody asks, like, oh, bro, where you get that shirt from? They're like, oh, I got this from some nigga on the street. Versus when they buy it, they gonna remember everything about it because they paid their money for this shit. So you gotta change that narrative. Like, it's cool to give out free shit, but you gotta make sure like y'all have a understanding of what's going on. Like, if I give you this for free, bro, I need you to post it. Feel me? Even if you don't tag me, just post it. You know what I mean? Like, cause a lot of people ain't gonna do that. You give them something free, they give you something free, they gonna treat it like it's nothing. But when they pay for it, that's when they gonna like realize like, oh yeah, bro, I gotta do this. Like, feel me? I got this from Donnie. That nigga was on 3rd Street, bro. When I got this, bro, that nigga charged me $100. Like, you know, they gonna make it clear to what they got. Feel me? So
talk about you know, during COVID, not too many people going out shopping. So like, is it really hurting you?
Nah. It's a gift and a curse. Cause COVID actually helped my clothing brand because the malls is shut down. So, and then it's like everybody, they started the little Black businesses matter and all that. So like, you just gotta have product. Now that you got product, everybody want it. And then now if you producing a dope product, now everybody gonna want the shit. But also too though, what's the curse is you can't get no clothes. Like, you know, China shit, they got the COVID and all that. They can't bring it back over to the States. Feel me? Afghanistan ain't shipping because they scared and all that. And then you done bought all the shit that's at the wholesale already and they can't get another shipment because of COVID. Or it's delayed because of COVID. So that is like a gift and a curse. But the pandemic should have made you hustle harder though. And like make you want to actually get into your clothing business, if you got clothing business or just any business in general.
Any other designer clothing brands you want to collab with?
Shit, Louis Vuitton. Shit, that's a collab I want to do for sure. But shit, Louis Vuitton, Babe, shit, RTA, huh? You ain't designer yet, nigga. But yeah, like them my main 3 though. Like, who I do a collab with is Babe, Louis Vuitton, mainly Louis Vuitton though. Like, I like Gucci. That Gucci shit, it's kind of like played out right now. But Louis Vuitton though, just like some simple shit. Feel me? Maybe Dior too though, like Christian Dior. That'd be fresh. Booming Christian Dior, booming Louis Vuitton, that should be fresh. Or Yeahheboomin. I mean, you never know. But it's gonna happen though. They ain't gonna have no choice but to fuck with me because they ain't gonna reach that level. You gotta keep going though. You gotta keep pushing for real.
All right, tell me your top 5 clothing brands that you personally wear every day outside, you know, that
besides
you actually
me?
wear.
Besides me?
Besides you.
Shit. Rich Talk, Breaking Hearts, Wild Boys, Come With Season, GPS, Fat Megan. Feel me? And my nigga Charlie shit, Hustle Like the 80s. Like, it's hella shit I wear, like Addiction, like Gold Bricks. Nigga wear all that shit, bro. Like, all that shit fresh. Like this not even by me knowing them. Like, everybody got their own style, everybody got their own way. Feel me? Like, everybody got a different style for different occasions. Feel me? Like I got a Breaking Hearts t-shirt, nigga. I could throw that on right now, like I'm a rugby. I could throw that bitch on right now, nigga. I'll be in the street somewhere. Like, feel me? I could go out, get dressed up, or like, it's, feel me? It's cold, put my Come Wet hoodie on, be rocking. Fat Megan, GPS. My nigga Drew got these shorts, bruh. I just had them on the other day. Them motherfuckers fresh as fuck. Even Addiction though too, like Addiction shit fresh as fuck. Like, regardless of anything, like, this shit fresh, bro. Like, it's a lot of shit that's fresh. But then my main ones though, and then Rich Talk, like, if I ain't in Booming, I'm definitely in Rich Talk or Wild Boys for sure. I got collabs with both of them. So.
Okay, just tell me, how important is it to, you know, you start your clothing brand and you actually wearing your clothes? Just tell me how important is that?
It's important to wear your clothes because you don't know who you're gonna run into. Like, you don't know who you're gonna run into. Like, you could run into fucking P. Diddy or somebody, and if you ain't got your shit on and you trying to present your shit, it's gonna be hard because it's like they gonna probably look at you like, why you ain't got your shit on? Like, you know, by you showing me on Instagram, but why you ain't got your shit on? Like, so it's important to wear your clothes a lot. But I gotta get into a habit more because I didn't ran into a celebrity and I didn't have none of my shit on. I ain't have no mask. All I had was a phone case. So you really can't sell no phone case to no celebrity. Like, so that shit it's big though, bro. Like, it's really big. Like, even if you got just like a hat or a t-shirt, feel me? Just keep you a sweater though. Gotta keep you a sweater. For
someone who's starting out right now, just give them some advice. Which, like, how would they go about starting their own clothing brand?
Know what you want to do it for. If you want to do it for money, just keep your shit about money. But if you want to actually progress and find the best quality t-shirt, find you like a printer, who could help you take your shit to the next level, then that's what you do. But you just gotta figure out what you in it for. Like, don't just get in this shit for the money and then you just biting off everybody else's design, just taking everybody's design and shit, and then just printing your own shit and then just selling it. Feel with cheap ass t-shirts and shit. Like, don't just do that, bro. Like, it's cool, get your money, feel me, but don't knock the motherfuckers that's really putting their all into this shit. So just figure it out. Like, you can't be playing around with this shit. You can, but shit, that's a waste of money. Who wanna do that?
Is there any plans of putting your clothes in the shop? Any shops?
It's a few. I got a few offers to put my clothes in a few places, but as of right now, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Not right now, not so soon. Like, maybe.
What's the wait?
Cause like, I want to keep my brand like exclusive for right now. Like, once you get in the store, it's not gonna be as exclusive no more. Only because it's not as exclusive no more. Like, once you got an exclusive on your shit, like, that's what people wanted more. Like, you know, like, versus it being for the general, because everybody don't want the clothes that's for the general public. Everybody wants something that could make them more unique, that could make them stand out. And that's what my hoodies do. My hoodies make you stand out, whether it's glitter or reflective or just the all profits in general. Like, it just make you stand out, make you different from everybody else. So I'm just trying to keep it limited right now. I'm gonna get in the store though, probably by top of the year, end of the year maybe. Probably gonna be somewhere in Oakland, maybe San Francisco somewhere.
Or if you didn't start your own clothing brand, what would you be doing right now?
Oh shit. Oh man. I'll be pushing Wild Boy shit. Or I'll be pushing Rich Talk. Like, I'll treat it like I'll just be helping them. Like, if I wasn't doing clothes. Or I'll be helping this nigga. Like, with all the ideas I got, I'll be helping him with his shit. But
so it's okay to be a team player.
Yeah, it's always good to be a team player. Like,
you always gotta be in the front.
Yeah, it's like everybody can't be the boss. It's like only certain people made to be the boss. Everybody can't be a boss. Like, that's why people go to college and they work regular jobs, and they don't, like, people get the option, they get the choice to move up, but they don't take it because everybody not able to be a boss. Like, you really gotta have a boss mentality. Like, you gotta be strong, bro. You gotta want this shit. You feel me? Like, everybody can't be in charge. So it's like, for me, I always knew, like, one day I'm gonna be a boss. But in order to be a boss, you gotta be a soldier sometimes. So it's like, when you around certain people who its turn it is, just play the background, just help them get on. Cause once they get on, you gonna get on, because people gonna remember you by being, oh man, that nigga pushed them. So it's like, feel me? Just like with Wild Boys, like, feel me? I played the back the whole time. I'm helping him get on. And then once he got on, I'm like, okay, like, my time coming. It ain't no point to rush the shit, but it's like my time coming. And then look what happened. It's like, now we both going to the top together. Feel me? So sometimes you gotta play the background. You play the background, you might get farther than versus trying to step on a nigga toes. Then when you step on a nigga toes, it backfire on you because you ain't help push him. So now when he get on, he don't look out for you. Feel me? Like, that's what it is.
Before you go, just tell the people where they can follow you on social media, Instagram, Twitter, all that.
Shit, man. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Yeahheboomin. You follow the Boomin clothing line, Boomin SF on Instagram and on Twitter too. We on Twitter for the updates with the drops and everything. But, you know, Boomin SF, man. We about to be bigger than we was today. Every day we getting bigger. Every day.
Yep, there you have it. Interview, Boomin, Famefilmedit. We out here. Like, subscribe.